It's a common misconception that World War II was fought on the basis of principle. Black Americans knew this best when they went to fight the Nazis, who were employing the same racial laws that still existed in America. With the outbreak of the war, 2.5 million Black Americans registered for the draft, with about 1 million serving during the war. Still, most of them served in segregated units. A newspaper that was run by Black Americans, the Pittsburgh Courier, developed the slogan "Double Victory," for victory abroad and at home. The paper received a letter from a Black American asking why they should sacrifice their life in order to only live as half an American. The paper responded by releasing the Double V campaign to fight racism and prejudice on both fronts. The Nazis were inspired by many of the Jim Crow laws of segregation. They're also inspired by how the Americans, through the law, designated what race a person was. They're also inspired largely by the approach from the Americans towards Native Americans, and how they determined who was a full Native, who was a half Native, or whatever term that they used to designate a person. The Nazis used the same tactic to designate whether someone was Jewish or half Jewish. In America, for example, if you had anyone who was of Black or African ancestry, you were designated as Black. In Nazi Germany, if you had anyone about 3 or 4 grandparents that were Jewish, you were designated as Jewish. The initial success of the Double V campaign was quite limited. Many of the white and southern newspapers in the United States criticized the movement for being too radical and a dangerous revolution. The campaign did have some success in assisting Black Americans to gain employment in industries that were assisting the war effort. The biggest success of the campaign was in unifying Black Americans to achieve the goal of ending racism and prejudice, and laid the groundwork for the civil rights movement.